What did the Skeens card end up going for?
Went for $1.1 million.
So this is just going to blow that one out of the water, right?
The one-of-one Ohtani logo man. The logo man itself came from the jersey. It's a gold logo man, which are worn by previous year's MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year. So that's why the logo man is gold. Logo man was taken off a jersey that he wore when he hit a home run, inserted into a card, then the card gets signed by Ohtani, and here it is.
Oh my gosh, Will, we're going to get a...
速報です。大谷翔平選手の限定ユニフォームから生まれた世界に1枚だけのカード、本スタジオに登場し金額が出た瞬間、スタジオが一気にざわつきました。詳しくはこちらの動画をどうぞ。
This guy's hitting balls to parts unknown.
Maybe the greatest baseball player of all time.
5 no-hitters on the mound and a skyscraping home run. There's nobody like him. The game's greatest star. Season high 9 strikeouts for Ohtani.
This guy's a perennial MVP.
This is indeed the show that never ends.
Man, this is a lot of fun. This Shohei Ohtani one-of-one Topps card is worth, right now, on the open market, more than $500,000.
Ooh, baby.
And that's the current bid right there. $550 to get something that's going to probably sell for north of that by a lot. Kevin Lenane is the VP of Fanatics Collectible Marketplace. He joined us last year with a Paul Skeens card that sold for a lot of money. What did the Skeens card end up going for?
Went for $1.1 million.
So this is just going to blow that one out of the water, right?
I mean, we hope so. We hope so. There's a lot of things to like about this card.
Nice to see you, by the way.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, of course.
Give us the story about the card, why it's so rare, who found it, and how.
Sure. Yeah. So this card is the one-of-one Ohtani logo man, and there are some unique things about this card. The logo man itself came from the jersey. It's a gold logo man, which are worn by the previous year's MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year. So that's why the logo man is gold. That logo man was taken off a jersey that he wore when he hit a home run, inserted into a card, then the card gets signed by Ohtani, and here it is.
What an idea.
Yeah.
And the logo, it's the thing that's on the back of the neck, right? Yep. It's the little small patch. So only 6 get to wear the gold ones, the BBWA award winners. This is the golden goose right here, Shohei Ohtani. And so who unearthed this? Who found it?
So it was a family in Minnesota. Dad and his 2 twin sons were on a break. And for those of you who don't know, a break is essentially it's kind of like a product opening. People opening, in this case, Topps products on the air, and you typically buy a team. And so they are big Dodgers fans. They bought the Dodgers. And when the Dodgers come up, the case or the box gets opened, the Dodgers cards come out. And in this case, this card, the redemption for this card came out.
Who came up with the idea of okay, let's put it out for auction?
Well, they immediately wanted to. They're sort of they're a big collecting family, but this is a meaningful amount of money to them, so they wanted to sell the card, pretty much right away. They love the card, but for them, the value is in the experience, not so much the card itself, and also the dollars involved are pretty.
And you mentioned something about the patch behind it that makes it so authentic.
Yeah, there's some authentication behind the patch here. There's authentication that says exactly where the game it came from, and so he hits the home run. The patch comes off that specific game. So if you look up this code on the back, it'll say, came from this game. Ohtani hits a home run. It's a great feature.
When does the auction end?
2 weeks. So Thursday, not this coming Thursday, Thursday after that.
We got breaking news because our producers are monitoring the marketplace. Look at it, just went up. It just went up $200,000.
We should just have them here for the next 30 minutes.
Did we just drive the market up $200,000?
So funnily enough, too, $750 is just with the bid. With the buyer's premium, that's closer to $900 at this point.
Oh my gosh, we're going to get over $1 million for this thing, and it's an international thing, right? Yeah. Obviously, you got people involved in Japan and
all over the world. Yeah, I mean, right now it's I think either the second or third most valuable card produced in the last 5 years.
Are we aware when he got the card and signed it and what it was?
Yeah, he signed it recently. The patch came off in April, basically.
So I'm curious about the chain of command. So the family that gets this, the gentleman in Minnesota with his twins, They get the card. What do? They call you and they say, "Hey, we got it. We got the golden ticket."
Yeah, I mean, they go through a process. I mean, there's lots of places you can sell cards, and I think we've had some momentum recently at Fanatics Collect, and so a lot of times we're the first place they call. And you get into a conversation about what you can bring to the table to market the card, the kind of fees you charge, and it's a process like any other. And ultimately, they went with us. I think that's the right call for this card and the amount of people involved in it in our orbit. But it's a traditional process, kind of like wanting to sell anything, right? You kind of have to make your decision about where you think you're going to maximize your dollars.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to sell a PS3 on Facebook Marketplace right now. I'm not having a lot of.
I tried selling my sidekick.
Not a lot of luck with that. Tell us what else is going on with you guys at Fanatics Collect Marketplace, because I know that Fanatics took the Topps brand over and it's grown by leaps and bounds. Already the premium brand in trading cards.
Yep.
Tell us what else is going on with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things that's happened recently on Fanatics Collect in particular is we've launched this, drop shipping, which is until recently everything that we sold on the buy now marketplace. This is an auction, but on the buy now marketplace, everything goes through our vault, and the vault is essentially a place where you can send cards to. We'll image them and label them and price them for you, and then they go for sale either on the fixed price market or in the auction. Very recently, we 5x'd our listings. We went from, just over a couple 100,000 to millions of listings, and that's obviously made things quite a bit busier. And that's through a drop shipping partnership that we launched with Burbank Sports Cards, Rizzo Sports Cards, Jeff Wilson Sports Card Investor, and Golden State Memorabilia. So these are big card providers, and they can ship directly from the store as opposed to going through our vault.
Can you talk about the security on the card and where it's in right now?
Yeah, well, it's in a sealed Topps case, and then it's in a Fanatics Collects premium case. And so these are the cases that for cards worth over $100,000, we ship them in these sort of really heavy-duty lucite cases, and they're just nice-looking cases.
What is, outside of this one and the things that you guys are creating now on the collectibles marketplace, what is the most coveted card? Is it still that Hannes Wagner? There's like 5 in existence.
There's a few big chases. There's the PSA 10 52 Topps mantle. There's the Wagner. There's a few examples. There's the PSA 8 Gretzky Wagner, they call it. There's the Jumbo Wagner, which is another big one. Those are all, 10 million to way above that. On the modern cards, there's some big cards that are still sitting out there. People are searching for them. The Ohtani Superfractor is kind of, people don't know exactly where it is. That's a huge one.
Is it one of one?
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I made this deal with you last year, and I don't know if you were as interested as you might be this time around, because I have for you a Harold Reynolds MLB Network host card.
Wow.
I know, I should have this in glass or some kind of a protection sleeve over it. What could I get for this?
6, 7.
I think if you can give me 2, I'll go the Ohtani for 2 of those.
For 2 of these?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll produce another one.
Seems fair.
That's a totally fair value. I'll get another one. We'll make that deal when this is over. I don't want to do anything to drive the price down on the marketplace. Kidding, of course. Kevin, we appreciate you coming down here,
thank
man.
you very much. Thanks.
Happy holidays to you and your family. Thanks for showing us the Ohtani card. That's really cool to see it in person. And if you've got, $750,000 laying around at home, folks, maybe you're trying to clean some dirty money somehow. Like get on the website and make a bid. It could be yours. Still at $750. There it is.
$750.
It's unbelievable.
But we started this segment. It was $550.
That's wild.
Gee whiz.
Always love talking to the best young players in the sport, and the Angels actually have one of them. Now, in recent years, they've known all about Mike Trout. They had Shohei Ohtani here for 6 years as well. Well, the kid that mans that position out there at shortstop, he is well on his way. We catch up with Zach Neto. This is a big night in a young man's life, isn't it? How'd they do on the bobblehead?
I think they did great. I mean, first of all, they got all the tattoos right, which is pretty impressive. Eye black, everything else came out awesome. I mean, it's a pretty cool bobblehead, and it's like how Trout said, there's a nice little area to sign right there on the grass, so I think it came out good.
How many do you think you got to get for the family?
Oh man, at least 100, at least. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least, minimum 100. My mom and dad have been already telling me every day, hey, we need at least 100 of these. So.
Well, see, I'm gonna guess that you weren't in the minor leagues long enough to get one, right?
So I had one in Rocket City in AA, and I got called up before I was even able to see it. So.
Do we know where it is? Did you ever?
I got some from AA when they came out, but I wasn't actually able to play on that day. So. It was okay, you know.
Well, I think it's better that you get called up than to have a AA
I'm not
bobblehead.
Yeah.
So you were the first guy from that 2022 class to get called up.
Yep.
But it's another thing to have less than 50 minor league games before you get the call to the show. Did it ever feel like it was whoa, this is moving a little fast?
I thought at first it was a little crazy how it all happened, but knowing the hard work and dedication I have for this game, and you know how I was playing at the time, and just you know how fun the game was for me, I think it was a no-brainer. I thought I left a pretty good impression that my first spring training, and being sent down to the minor leagues, I kind of had a little bitter taste in my mouth, and you know just wanted to come out swinging from the start once the AA season started, and I did that, and you know, within I think it was 6 or 7 games in that season, I was already called up to the big leagues.
So wait a second, you thought you should have broken camp with the team?
I don't think I should have broken the team with camp, but I thought I left a pretty good impression to where, okay, there's a case for maybe if I could have broke the team in camp, maybe, but you know, it's just like unless I get to where I want to be, I'm always pushing and working my hardest to get there.
So you know, you go to essentially, let's call it a mid-major, right? Go Camels, by the way.
That's right.
By the way, how awesome is their gear? It must be great.
Oh, it's awesome. So unique, fighting camels. I mean, I don't think there's any other camel mascots out in the U.S.
So do you look at people who have like little humps on their back a little bit different than the rest of us? Sympathize a little bit with them?
No, but I got the camel on me always.
Oh man.
Camel always on my arm right here.
I love that.
Yep. Right there on South Beach. You never see that, huh?
I mean,
camel on South Beach?
Yeah, that thing's running around rampant all the way in South Beach.
Yeah, they got on the bobblehead too. That was the first thing I said they needed to put on there.
Was the camel?
Was the camel on there?
Good job, marketing department. So yeah, you go to essentially a mid-major. You end up being a first-round pick, and then all of a sudden, you not only get drafted to the Angels, you get drafted to a team with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. You can tell me, even though you're a show big leaguer, like the first time you walk on the field and you see those two guys, where you're like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. My first spring training, I was able to see both of them. You know, Trout's locker's like right in front of mine, and then Shohei's is right at the end of the locker room. And it's just seeing those guys walk into the locker room, and it's like, okay, is this actually real? Like, you know, I know they're my teammates, but this is pretty sick. And it was just, you know, breaking the ice with the first conversation. You know, you don't want to be rude and you know, disrupt their time or whatever. And it's just being able to kind of break that ice and just get cool with them, and you know, just build a relationship. I think is what is the most important part. And you know, both of them have been pretty cool with me, and you know, I've just been doing a great job of just kind of like, you know, respecting their time just like they do with mine, and just being able to be a good teammate and good friend.
Yeah, but what do you say to two of the biggest stars in the sport when you're just starting out? You're like,
it's like
hi, I'm Zach.
Yeah,
what do you do?
I mean, it's like a kid at a candy store. Like, there's so many options, and you just don't know what to do. Like, do I want this? Do I this? I honestly have no idea. I mean, it probably wasn't a lot of talking. It was just more waiting for somebody to say my name. Is like, oh yeah, that's me. And, you know, just. But they both knew who I was. I think it was pretty cool. And but yeah, it was definitely a cool one.
See, this is the difference between you and me. If that had been me, I would have called my parents and been like, Mike Trout knows my name. Shohei said, hey, Chris, what's up? I would have been like, yeah.
No doubt.
That's how I would have done it.
Sir.
Hi, Shohei. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? What time did you get to bed? And did you feel any differently today on the mound than you do during a normal start?
何時間寝れたと何時に寝たかと2時ぐらいにベッドには行きました。はい。まあそれなりに睡眠は取れましたし、昨日はまあ長い試合でしたけど、はい。まあなるべく寝れるようには努めました。Slept at 2 a.m. Felt pretty good about, you know, being able to have quality sleep, and yeah.
And then did you felt about the same as you normally do during a start?
そうですね。はい。体調というかまあ それなりの体調ではマウンドには行くことができたので、はい。
Yes, I was able to get on the mound in pretty good condition.
About 6 rows back in the right center, Fabian.
Yeah, Shohei, why do you think you guys as an offense maybe haven't quite been able to click in October quite like you were able to during the regular season?
10月、打線がなかなか打てない中、何か理由はありますかと。
ですか、ポストシーズンはもちろん対戦するピッチャー、素晴らしいピッチャーばかりですし、そのチームの中でも、いいチームの中でもいい投手たちがもちろん投げてはくるので、なかなか数字上は差が出やすいというか、そういうことはあるかなとは思いますけど、その中でみんながチームの方針としてやるべきことをしっかりできれば、最低限のヒットの中で得点できるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
We're facing quality arms this time of the year against really good teams, and we're facing the top of the best of the best. So I think it's not that easy, but at the same time, we could do at least the bare minimum, and to be able to put up some runs.
2 rows behind the last, Bill.
I know last night was a weird game because of all the intentional walks, but generally, what are the differences that you find in how teams pitch you when the guys ahead of you get on base as opposed to tonight when they don't get on base?
敬遠も昨日ありましたけども、その走者がいる中いない中での相手のピッチャーの攻め方っていうのはちょっと違うと思うんですけど、何か感じたりしてましたか？
それはポストシーズンに限らず、ランナーがいる場面いない場面、どこにランナーがいるかによっても多少変わってはくるのかなと思いますけど、基本的にはシーズン中から何回も言ってますけど、ストライクを振る、ボールを見逃すっていう、シンプルにそれさえできればどんな球が来てもストライクを打つことはできるので、どんな試合でもやることは基本的には変わらないかなと思ってます。
Regardless of postseason or regular season, I think when there's guys on base versus not on base, you're just going to see just different ways of being attacked. But my approach is pretty simple. I swing at strikes and don't swing at balls. And that's how I evaluate myself.
Standing against the left wall, Joel.
When your team uses as many pitchers in as long a game as last night, does a start today feel any different for how much length you feel you have to give and quality you have to give?
特に昨日の試合の中で中継ぎ使われている中、今日はちょっと長いイニング投げないといけないっていうのは感じてました。
それはもちろんそうですね。それはレギュラーシーズンもそうです。ポストシーズンで昨日みたいに、なかなかあれぐらい長い試合ってのはないと思いますけど、スターティングピッチャーとしては、最低でも6回、今日はもちろん7回まで投げ切れれば一番良かったですけど、そこができなかったのが悔やまれるところかなと思います。
Yes, I did. Whether that's during the regular season or the postseason, my goal is to be able to pitch 6 innings, and in this situation, this game, I wanted to go 7. And it was regrettable that I wasn't able to finish that inning.
Do 2 more in English. Dave on your left.
Shohei, while you've been a pitcher and hitter many times before, you've never done it in this type of high-intensity 24-hour span that you had with the long game in the previous night. Was it more challenging than you thought, body-wise, coming back? Was it different than you thought it might be, and how challenging maybe was that for you today?
二刀流の経験してましたけども、今回のシチュエーションで延長戦もあって結構きつい経験でしたかと。
そうです。経験という意味では素晴らしい経験ができたかなとは思ってますけど、もちろん今日勝てなかったことに対しても反省時間どこになるか分かんないですけど、反省点が必要かなとは思いますし、ウィルもね、昨日18回キャッチャーとして最後まで出てるのも素晴らしいですし、全員が素晴らしいゲームを昨日やって、今日はね負けてしまいましたけど、いいことも悪いことも切り替えて明日の1試合にまずは集中したいなと思ってます。
Although we did lose the game, I thought I had a productive experience being able to experience this situation. I mean, looking at guys like even Will Smith, who caught every single inning out of that 18 inning, I think it was really impressive to see. So we just have to, turn the page and focus on the next game.
We'll finish up in English in the first row here, on your right.
From his view, what went wrong on the sweeper on the home run pitch to Guerrero? And then turning around, what made it as a batter so difficult facing Bieber for him today?
スイーパーの秋。
やっぱりスポットが良くなかったなっていう明らかな失投ではあるので、 まあ悔やまれる一球だったなっていうのは、まあ結果論からするとその通りかなと思ってます。
Obviously, looking back in hindsight, it was just a regrettable pitch, something that I wish I could have taken back. It was just a bad spot, bad location.
Go to Japanese.
いや、素晴らしかったですね。もちろん、ポストシーズンの中で投げてるスポットも良かったですし、まあ端っこのね、こうストライクゾーンの周りのピッチングっていうのが素晴らしかったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
Yeah, Bieber pitched really well. He attacked, really at the edge and was able to execute location-wise.
Take a few questions, Japanese. The third row on your right, Shohei.
お願いします。昨日あれだけの試合をやって今日、どれだけ疲労があった中でこう試合に入ったかっていうのと、投手としては、今日第4戦投げましたけども、万が一この後競った場合には投手としての準備を進めていくかどうかっていうのを教えてください。
そうです。昨日はしっかりケアして、はい、それなりにこう試合の後に、時間も取ってちゃんとケアをして入れたので、さっきも言いましたけど、なかなかあれだけ長い試合をやった後に先発っていうのはあることではないですけど、その中でも今日こうやっていい状態で試合に臨めたのも、昨日ね、いろいろサポートしてくれた人たちのおかげかなと思ってます。
あとこれから投手の調整というの
は、そうですね。投げる可能性としては、どこぐらいまで持てるかによるとは思いますけど、もちろん全試合必要であれば準備したいですし、昨日みたいにね、こう延長戦に入ってなかなか決まらない試合もあると思うので、いつでもいけるようには準備したいなと思ってます。
Go to the third row on your left, Shohei.
お疲れ様です。今日グラブサイドにこう引っ掛けるようなフォーシームが多くて、この時っていうのは通常気持ちと体の動きが若干ずれている時にそういう話、そういうことがあるという話を昔されたんですけども、今日、さっきから何か出てますけども、昨日、18回9出塁、そこの部分と体の動き、それから疲労も含めて、で最後の失投、グレードの失投も含めて、その辺のバランスはいかがでしたか、今日は。
昨日の試合がどうのこうのっていうのは特に言うつもりはないですけど、単純になんですかね、自分の動き、技術的な動きの部分がブルペンの時から良くなかったので、もちろんそういう試合は数多くありますし、そういう時にどうするかという話なので、その中でも6回まではある程度いい粘れる状態では投げてはこれたので、やっぱり7回の2人が先頭も含めて、そこがやっぱり一番悔やまれるところかなと思ってます。
We'll stay in the same row, Shohei, to your left.
お願いします。昨日の延長11回の時に足を伸ばす仕草があって痙攣したというふうに聞いているんですけれども、その足の状態と今日への影響、今日はとても暑くて、水分補給とかもたくさんされてたと思うんですけど、今日の登板への影響とか、再発しないような対策とかそういうのも含めてお願いします。
そうです。脱水症状気味ではあったので、睡眠時間もあまり取れないというか短い中で、少しまたつるんじゃないかなという不安はありましたけど、幸いにも最後までそういうことはなかったので、はい、良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
Two rows behind the last one, Shohei.
第4戦の先発が決まって、ワールドシリーズの先発1回だけってなった瞬間にワールドシリーズの最後に優勝する瞬間にマウンドに立ってるイメージっていうのはどれくらいありましたか？今までしてましたか？
その最後の優勝ということですか？
はい、最後のマウンドに立ってるイメージみたいなのってしたことはあったりしますか？
そうですね。基本的にそれはクローザーの仕事ではあるので、今はねもちろん朗希が務めてますし、そこまでまずみんながつなげていけるのがベストなシナリオじゃないかなと思うので。特に第何戦に投げるとかっていうことではなく、自分が与えられたその試合の先発の中で、自分がしっかりと仕事をできれば、最後は誰がマウンドに立っててもそこは関係ないのかなと思ってます。
Shohei Ohtani is officially back in the World Baseball Classic for Team Japan, the defending champs from a few years ago. He made the announcement official on Instagram. Second, and I think very important as well for some fans that looked quickly at his initial post, he is not retiring. When you post an image of yourself and thank you fans, it could get confusing, especially for people who do not like to read, and that is a large percentage of the social media population. So whoever put this together via post and is running Shohei's social media channel, you did give everyone or some people a good scare, and it helped actually with engagement and activity. And it went from normal viral KP with Shohei making this announcement to a little extra virality that I do not think was planned. I think someone was just putting together some really pretty pictures and they didn't know that it could appear as if Shohei was announcing something weird and not expected, like WBC.
Or did they? I feel like whatever Shohei touches kind of turns to gold. It wouldn't surprise me if this was by design, because the obvious, the WBC post, great. Yeah, we knew he was going to play. Like, it's very great for the WBC to have its best players, and obviously players in other countries kind of salivate for the idea of playing for their country, hoping players from the United States, and they are starting to get better players. Paul Skeens, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge committing is great for what the WBC is. But the Dodgers post, yeah, on first glance, it looks like, is he retiring? Is he moving on? But I think everything Shohei does turns to gold, and it wouldn't surprise me if this was by design to get just the most insane reactions and engagement on, whatever social platforms he posted this on.
I mean, I might even use producer's lady's words here. Maybe Shohei knows what he's doing. Everybody, Shohei doesn't necessarily know, like, oh, I didn't know all the other stuff that was going on. And there's a little bit of, it's like, maybe he's naive. And so we don't think he actually trolls people. But producer lady pointed out that he kissed his dog when he won the MVP and not his wife, who was sitting right next to him. He trolled Lourdes Gurriel. And after the home run, when Lourdes put his hands up, like, he did the exact troll. And maybe right now he's trolling fans, like maybe him and Teo were like sitting back, and he's like, you know what, Teo, I've seen retirement posts. I'm going to make it look like I'm retiring and see if the fans he might like some sarcastic humor. So just makes Shohei more endearing to me.
I agree. We love a little Shohei personality. So if he was behind this, then I stand corrected. And I thank you, Shohei, for bringing us a little spiciness to content that's usually pretty run of the mill. We know that you love your country and you love competition, and that he was going to be participating in the World Baseball Classic. So we got it with a little extra sauce to it. Okay, will Shohei Ohtani be playing with Tatsuya Imai, who I think is the top free agent available coming over from Japan this offseason? Daisuke Matsuzaka asked him whether he wants to join a team like the Dodgers that can win the World Series, or a team that tries to beat them. The reply from Imai, quote, I want to beat them if I'm being honest. Hey, let's go. More from Imai on wanting to beat the Dodgers and sign elsewhere. Of course, playing together with Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki sounds like it could be fun, but winning the World Series by defeating a team like that is something I feel would truly have value in my life. The ultimate underdog story starring Tatsuya Imai. And I actually know, I see Kratz picking up his phone right now, and I know what the call is, KP, so I'm not going to answer it. I'm going to pretend. I promise you we didn't script this. I think that this is Tatsuya Imai's agent calling Tatsuya and saying, don't do that right now. You're kind of ruling out a team. No? Okay, all right, fine. I'll pick it up. Hello?
This is Buster Posey. Could I speak to Tatsuya Imai?
What's good? It's Imai, best hairstyle in the game, and I'm not even in the game yet.
We hate the Dodgers too, so an offer will be coming over shortly.
Okay, just make it really nice. Make it full of money, because my agent thinks that I'm kind of hurting my leverage with the Dodgers. Can you do that for me, Buster? No messing around. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to make this a three-way call.
Hey, this is Andrew Friedman. Whatever Buster's offering, we have more. Bye.
Okay, well, Andrew. Oh, we lost Andrew. Buster, are you still there? Did you hear that?
I heard it, but you've been spending for years, and my previous GM didn't go past 1 year with anybody, so I have a ton of money in the chest, and the ownership loves me. I control this city. We'll take MI. Thank you.
I love it. I want to see Tony Vitello with his intensity run through either a glass or brick wall. If you send me that video plus match the offer from Friedman, I'm in. Okay.
Buster hung up. He already said his last bit.
Done.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画はいかがでしたか？あなたのご意見やご感想をぜひコメント欄で教えてください。当チャンネル MLB スタジオジャパンはこれからも MLB や大谷翔平選手の最新情報やニュースを翻訳して皆さんにお届けしてまいります。活動の励みになりますのでチャンネル登録や高評価での応援をよろしくお願いいたします。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。